But we will be discussing XRP in this episode. We will examine the pricing chart. We are going to dissect it. When we are going to $27, what kind of structure are we in? Interoperability and XRP will be discussed. I have a few news articles or interviews I would like you to hear. Without further ado, let's dive into a Bitcoin discussion while you unwind and enjoy a cup of steaming coffee. 97,920 according to a belief, it has risen 4.3% in the last day. It's up 4.7% at the moment, and I'm coming in at 36.40. The current price of XRP is 25 cents. It has increased by 1.7%. Both USDT and USDC are entering at their respective dollar pegs. Cardano has been doing incredibly well. Well, Solana is making a comeback. We created the highest chain link ever. Still, performing it is quite enjoyable. To tell the truth, I had assumed Chainlink would have risen significantly by now. But you know what? Simply said, it gives you additional chances to stack those Chainlink bags. There is no surprise regarding XLM, as it follows XRP, and it is very stunning. Every time we get pumps in these cryptos, it's three lovely things to see H-bar maintain this 30-cent area look. Regardless of the cryptocurrency, if they can maintain the level they pump to, it only indicates that they will be pushing themselves harder during the subsequent push-up. These parabolic pumps are frequently seen in the environment. These objects go completely out of control, perform a 4, 5, or 6x, and then completely return to normal. It appears as though they only performed a 2x. H-bar cost 5 cents. It performed a 6x. It did about a 7x. It can contain that 6x area. Telling me that 50 to 70 cents will likely be the next push. People, it is going to be a complete disaster. I'm eager. 3,494,000,000,000 cryptocurrency bit lord, you're going to look back and cry, he says. I wish you had spent less than $3 on more XRP. The thought of the billions of memes you didn't purchase will make you cry into your pillow every night. However, this is the present, XRP will rule the future. Yes. You know, regarding purchasing XRP for less than $3. You could get it for less than $250, really. Right now, I believe your stacking point is between 230 and 250. XRP seems to be trapped in a range. It was unable to break out of the 230 to 250 zone, with the critical number in that range being approximately 247, which is where we are essentially at the moment. You know, give or take a few pence, we're at 245 now. This is the chart, then. Additionally, when we zoom out, we can see 8:30 a.m. today. Because we are about to see a lovely little reversal to the downside, we got the trigger that, for all of my folks that look in short, was the time to short. Shorts, grab your profits since we just saw a reversal, and now we can see the reversal and the push to the upward was the trigger that we received a few minutes later. As you can see, we have a powerful indicator here that indicates a significant reversal is imminent on the XRP chart. What are we searching for, then? Well, a breakout is what we're after. If we can improve upon that 250 range, 247 will be the crucial figure. The various scores we received are displayed up here, and you can see that it's in a pump. We are currently in a pump. Pump indicates that we are simply in a breakout zone, not that we are simply shooting straight up. Remember that we were looking at a very limited time frame, so this may happen. I'll show this up over a longer period in the next video so we can see the chart more clearly. For example, the monthly, however, we're currently stuck between 245 and 250. As we go back on our dates, I can show you right here. It's actually hitting about 270. This brings us full circle. The levels 245, 245, and 245 are visible. All of the short indications that are approaching 245 are visible. As we drop to 233, and even lower, 242, you can see the reversals, but this is acting as a prop. It's in a zone. A chop zone is where we are. This is good. The worst case scenario, in my opinion, is to hold over $2 if we can chop and keep the price between 230 and 250. We will pump to the 350 to 650 zone during this chop zone before moving on to the upside. Nobody knows where it ends, but the more we reach the 650 target and the less we retrace toward the 350 target, the more likely it is that we will see double-digit XRP. Talk about this later this year. Simply things take a moment to think. Do you believe that Ripple, which uses XRP to process payments for the Asian market, owns a portion of Trangelo? Has no idea what they're discussing. Do you believe Yoshi must leave? Bro, you are aware that the former head of SBI is a crypto nerd. Obviously not. Given that they lacked clarity here, why do you think Ripple has targeted that area? What do you know? At that time, the majority of businesses would do it. On hold, they would essentially just stop moving. They would take no action. They would blame while they waited. Well, we are unable to grow the company. We are unable to develop. Clarity is lacking in the United States. We have the entire world to work with, so we're going to go work with the entire world, and the US will be the last piece of the puzzle, Ripple said. And when we do receive US clearance, onboarding our consumers in the United States will be a lot simpler. If we display to them every client we needed from abroad, take a moment to consider that the boat payments, trading, and lending on the XRP ledger were published by James Rule. This is huge. I'm aware that you're working hard on the DeFi environment, which you can share with us. Yes, I'm really looking forward to 25 a couple. The NPT token, a new token standard designed specifically to enable real-world assets, is one of the major items in our development plan for Ripple X. As a result, we have suggested that the XRP ledger be amended. We think that's a substantial basis for tokenizing real-world assets, but we're depending on the validator community to decide whether or not to embrace that. I believe that from there, although tokenization is a major business tailwind, you can be sure that tokenizers will eventually question. All right. Now that it's on-chain, what should I do with it? How can value be extracted? For me, for my users, D5 protocols are the answer. Permission DEX are two that we are particularly excited about because they will power Ripple payments at first and hopefully other institutional trading use cases later. In essence, they enable on-chain decentralized trading in a permissioned environment that is designed to allow for arbitrage with the open markets. In that sense, liquidity was actually maximized. These rails are ideal for bringing institutional trading on the chain. Lending on XRP is the second one about which I'm quite enthusiastic. Collateralized credit origination, or, uncollateralized credit origination with off-chain underwriting, will be the initial step in this process. Toward the end, collateral will be added to the chain. There, we can put an end to it. You see, 2025 is set up to be a huge year for the XRP ledger, and it will consume Get the Crypto chart. You go now. This is the chart. He is referring to the ancient Red Lake. He is discussing all of the advancements. He is still aiming to get to $27. He claims that 550 is his first stop on the chart. This number appeals to me. It ranged from 350 to 650 for me. He is requesting 550. I will not resist it. Let's discuss those double-digit numbers 11 through 27 after 550. We must now see the pump since both of these numbers have the potential to hit. Before we receive the correction during tax season, we must observe this pump. The parabolic blow up top is higher the higher we go and the less we draw back during the March and April corrections. It's going to happen during the summer-fall period. All of this is happening this year. The finish line is very near. I've seen that many people are beginning to turn off the road. As they become sidetracked, they begin to tinker with their XRP bags in an attempt to track out meme queens. Avoid doing it. You've come this far. It's a bull run. Avoid chasing after memes. Keep your cock intact. Keep your XRP position intact.